I worked on a lab called IP validation by codewars.com. It's basically a lab about regular expressions where I needed to import the re module. It's a very straightforward problem. It is a very well-known case where you are given, where you are checking whether the IP address matches with the IPv4 standards. It's a very straightforward routine. Basically, for an IPv4 address, we have 4 octets, and each octet can take on values from 0 to 255. And here I try to categorize the possible values, and I have these tables for different digit counts. Basically, if we would like to have values from 0 to 9 in the first octet, the possible values are from 0 to 9, where we have one digit to consider, and we can use a bracket here and set the target from 0 to 9 with the dash symbol in between. If, however, we would like to have get the values of the first octet in 2 digits, the first digit, which is the 10th digit, can take on values from 1 to all the way to 9. And the 1st digit can take on values from 0 to all the way to 9. So the 10th digit can take on values from 1 to 9, whereas the 1st digit can take on values from 0 to 9, right? And if you would like to have the value in the first octet to be between 100 to 199, our first digit for the hundreds will be 1. So it is 1, it's set. And the second digit for the tens can take on anything from 0 to 9. And the last digit, again, can take on anything from 0 to 9. So the possible regular expression combinations are 0 to 9 and 0 to 9. All right. So if we would like to get the IP address on the first octet to be between 200 and 249, the first digit in the hundreds is 2, it is fixed. And the 10th digit can take on anything from 0 to 4, right? And the 1st digit can take on anything from 0 to 9. So the 100th digit is fixed as 2. 10th digit can take on values from 0 to 4. And then 1st digit can take on values from 0 to 9. Okay. If we would like to have the IP at the number on the first octet to be between 250 to 255, the 100th digit is 2, 10th digit is 5 fixed, and the 1st digit can be anything from 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Then it will be 2, 5, and then 0 to 5. Basically, that's the pattern we will be observing for the first 3 octets. So we will replicate this for the first 3 octets. In the 4th octet, we will have the number only, without the period. That will be a difference, right? So going back to the example here, we are defining a function checking for the validity of the IP address. We need to assign or introduce the pattern, and the pattern is in string format, so we have quotes on sides, and caret sign is for the beginning of the string and dollar sign is for the end. So we need to fill in this part here. All right. So once we have the pattern set, which we will work on in a while, we can use this regular expression module search option, and we can compare the pattern to the string introduced, and the search option will give us a match or non output. Right? So if we have a match output, then it will return true as the answer, and if it is no match, null case, it will give us a false return. Okay, so that's how we will be putting it together. So the only part left for us is to fill in this part here where we will be introducing the pattern. Right? So what I did was I can take this part, copy it, and paste it on the solution terminal. Well, in regular expression, if you have or statements, you can use the pipe symbol. So in between these cases, I will be inserting pipe signs. So these are or statements. So these are all or statements accumulated. So I put the pipes in the gaps in here, so I can go there and paste it. I need to process it, so I go over there. So this is the first digit or 2-digit case, and then 3-digit case with 1 as the hundredths digit, and then 2 digits case up to 240 and 49, sorry, and then last case with 250 and above. Once we have this part complete, I can put them inside the parentheses. These are the possible values that the first octet can take. I just copied it, and then by the convention here, we will have periods in between the octets, right? So I will be using escape symbol first for the period, because period has a special meaning on the regular expression. I have to use an escape symbol, backslash, and then I will put everything inside a parenthesis. And the reason I will do that is I will, after the parenthesis, I will put a curve symbol here and put 3 inside, meaning that I will repeat this pattern 3 times. So 3 here inside curly parentheses is really telling us that this regular expression pattern should be repeated 3 times. I can do it 4 times, because if I do 4 times, I will have a period at the end. So the way I can bypass that is I can just paste the first portion that I copied earlier, which is everything except from this here. Everything except for this period sign. All right, now I should have everything complete. Okay, let me try to run this and see what results I get. Okay, I get an error message. Yes, I do get an error message because I forgot to import the regular expression module. Okay, let's try. Okay, so the first tests are all complete. I think these tests are the ones given in here. So this regular expression pattern and the function here gives us the right answers for these 12 cases checked. And then if I go attempt, I will have an error message. And this took me a while to figure that out. My understanding is that I can't see it because codewars.com, when you are on this attempt page, attempt section, it only gives you that there is a case which is failed, but there is no way that you can see what the details are. So I went over the websites and researched about it, and my understanding is that this this case that this code is not checking out or giving us a false positive is because in this case we have a new line condition. So basically for IP address is given and then \n is included on the string so that there's a new line comment. So in order to correct it, we need to make a change on this pattern here so that we should exclude this new line comment. So I searched over the internet. I think this one gives us a good answer here. So basically in this web site 12 years ago, someone was asking the meanings for \z, uppercase and lower cases. And this explanation is, I think, very relevant to our discussion here. So if you use dollar symbol as the end of string statement, you are basically including this new line comment on the string. But if you put a \Z, then this will break the code before the line break. So the code will stop before the line break. So this new line command will not get executed. Then I'll go there and put a \uppercase Z command here towards the end. That is before the $sign. And when I test it, it passes the first 12 cases and it also passes the other cases. So I hope this helps to understand how we put together the regular expression patterns in Python.